Nobody could have imagined that this quiet teenager would one day control the social media platforms used by billions of people around the world. Long before Facebook became one of the most powerful companies on Earth, Mark Zuckerberg was just a kid growing up in New York. He wasn't the most popular student in school. He wasn't an athlete. He wasn't someone chasing attention. Instead, he spent countless hours in front of a computer, fascinated by how technology worked. While most kids used software, Mark wanted to build it. His curiosity quickly became an obsession. At a young age, he started learning programming and creating small software projects from his bedroom. One of his earliest creations was a messaging system that connected computers inside his father's dental office with the family home. It wasn't making money. It wasn't famous, but it showed something important. Mark had a rare ability to see possibilities where others saw ordinary technology. As he got older, that passion only grew stronger. Teachers recognized his talent. Friends knew he was different. By the time he graduated high school and entered Harvard University in 2002, Mark had already become an exceptional programmer. But nobody, not his classmates, not his professors, not even Mark himself, could fully imagine what was coming next. Harvard was filled with some of the smartest students in America, but Mark spent much of his time thinking about technology instead of campus life. Late at night, while other students slept, he sat in his dorm room writing code. One evening, he built a website called FaceMash, a project that allowed students to compare photos of classmates. The site spread across Harvard almost instantly. Thousands of students visited it within hours. But the success created problems. University administrators shut it down because of privacy concerns. For many people, that would have been a failure. For Mark, it became a lesson. He realized something powerful. People loved connecting online. They were curious about each other. They wanted digital spaces where they could interact. That realization led him to a much bigger idea. What if every student had an online profile? What if universities could be connected through a single network? In early 2004, from a small Harvard dorm room, Mark launched a platform called the Facebook. It started as a simple student directory. Nobody expected it to become a global phenomenon. Yet within days, students across campus were signing up. Within weeks, universities across America wanted access. The growth was unlike anything Mark had ever seen. As Facebook expanded, Mark found himself facing a decision that would change his life forever. The platform was growing faster every month. New users joined daily. Investors were showing interest. Opportunities were appearing everywhere. At the same time, he was still a student at Harvard. Most people would have chosen security. A Harvard degree almost guaranteed a successful future. But Mark saw something bigger. He believed Facebook had the potential to transform the internet itself. So he made a decision that shocked many people around him. He left Harvard and moved to California. It was a massive risk. Facebook wasn't profitable. There was no guarantee it would survive. Competitors existed everywhere. Critics claimed the company would fail. Yet Mark remained focused. He assembled a small team, rented a house that doubled as an office, and worked relentlessly to improve the platform. Days blurred into nights. Sleep became optional. Every update was designed to make Facebook more useful, more engaging, and more addictive. Slowly, the company evolved from a college project into a serious business. Millions of people were joining. The internet was changing, and Facebook was at the center of it. By the time Mark entered his late 20s, Facebook had become one of the fastest-growing companies in the world. User numbers exploded into the hundreds of millions. Advertisers flooded onto the platform. Investors valued the company at billions of dollars. Mark Zuckerberg had become one of the youngest billionaires in history. But he wasn't interested in slowing down. He knew technology moves fast. The companies that dominate today can disappear tomorrow. In 2012, a photo-sharing app called Instagram was gaining momentum. Many executives dismissed it as a trend. Mark saw something different. He recognized that people were increasingly communicating through photos rather than text. Before competitors could react, Facebook acquired Instagram for approximately $1 billion. Many experts thought he had overpaid. Years later, the decision looked brilliant. Instagram became one of the most influential social media platforms on the planet. Soon after, Facebook acquired WhatsApp, adding billions of users to its growing ecosystem. What began as a dorm room project was turning into a digital empire. Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, and WhatsApp were becoming essential tools used by people every day. Success brought enormous power, but it also brought enormous responsibility. Governments questioned the company's influence. Journalists investigated its practices. Politicians accused it of having too much power over information and communication. Mark Zuckerberg found himself testifying before lawmakers, defending decisions that affected billions of people. The same quiet programmer who once coded alone in a Harvard dorm room had become one of the most influential figures in modern history. In 2021, Facebook's parent company was renamed Meta, reflecting Mark's vision of building the next generation of the internet. From a curious teenager fascinated by computers to the leader of one of the most powerful technology companies ever created, Mark Zuckerberg changed the way billions of people communicate. His journey proves that world-changing ideas rarely arrive fully formed. They begin quietly, with curiosity, obsession, and a willingness to pursue a vision long before anyone else believes in it.